Welcome, everybody, to Geek Dad Reports, Comics You Crave. I'm Brian West.
I'm Ryan Thompson.
And tonight we are going to be reviewing a new comic from Image. Proxima Centauri. I think I said that right. Proxima Centauri? I think that's better. Number one.
Of 6. So there's only going to be a 6-issue run.
Yeah, this is coming out, I believe, next Tuesday. June 13th is when it's launching.
Yep, next week.
And it's going to be $3.99 on digital or at your local comic book store.
And the age rating is a T+. So just be in mind there is some naughty words.
Yeah, definitely some naughty words. But we'll get into that in a second. Before we get into that, Ryan, would you like to tell everybody what this is about and who wrote it?
Well, let's see. So there's one person doing all the work.
Oh, man.
The writer, artist, and the person did the cover.
That is one talented guy. I believe it's a guy or lady.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it's a hard name to decide if gender. We'll make it gender neutral.
Yes,
it's Farel Dalrymple.
I'm going to say it's Dalrymple. Whatever.
And basically,
Farel, we're sorry Ryan cannot pronounce your name, but
it's just part of the fun, honestly. And so basically, is a teenage wizard adventurer named Sherwood Breadcoat.
This guy with the blonde hair, right there.
A spectral zone dimension sphere called Proxima Centauri. There's some interesting cast of characters that are in the sphere with them, like a scientist that's kind of a dick, and a time traveler guy, and a chick. I can't remember her name.
If Ryan's description of this comic is confusing you, well, Ryan is not to blame. This is a very confusing comic. This is. I'm not sure what to say. This is one of the most interesting comic books I've ever read. I kind of got an idea of what's going on. There's this kid, Sherwood, who's trapped in some interdimensional prison, I think. Trying to get out.
Like a prison. Like they're trying to figure out how to get out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not. It's not like a prison like somebody's watching them there and they're trying to escape, but it's like some kind of a...
It seems they all didn't get trapped together at the same time period. It seems like some people have been there longer than others.
And like Ryan said, I don't give too much away, but there's a bunch of different people. As you can tell, the artwork is very unique.
It's not a comic book style where you're going to see like a different bunch of different panels on a page. It's just it's like Brian was scrolling through. You got like maybe one big panel. Or maybe two kind of panels.
Sometimes you get a full page of just almost nothing, right? You get this. I have to say, though, I do want to say real quick on this artwork, it's very different, but I really kind of enjoyed it. I like the visuals. It was very pop. It popped. The colors popped a lot. You very much understood what the writer. Well, I guess the writer, since he's also the artist. You very much understood what he was trying to portray in his story. I just didn't understand what the story is about. It's it's very Alice in Wonderland, kind of 1950s on acid crazy.
Yeah, I think a way to put it is how you kind of mentioned to me earlier before we started. It's kind of like a cross between Where the Wild Things Are and Adventure Time, like in a way. I mean, it feels like...
Well, that's
like the Sherwood, the main character, to me feels like Finn on Adventure Time, and
to me, and here's the artwork. I keep showing you because, like I said, like Ryan, we were talking before the show started recording. To me, this very much looked like I saw this and I kept thinking. All I could think of was Where the Wild Things Were At. It's very much the same style of artwork in a way. The color's a lot the same. I kept thinking that this character, Shadow or Sherwood, was the kid from that book. And this is like his adventures as he's grown into a teenager. Kind of a cranky, I'm the boss of me. Why is everybody being a punk? He definitely has an attitude, very much like the kid in Where the Wild Things Are At had, who kind of thought he was all that in a bag of potato chips. And is on an adventure. I could definitely see that kid going into space and somehow getting himself trapped in a spectral vortex or wherever he's at. But it's if you like, honestly, if you like that weird, crazy, I don't quite know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Then this might be the book for you. I am very interested to reading all 6 and wondering if it kind of like you're confused, but then it kind of wraps into a complete story. I feel very much like I said, I mentioned Alice in Wonderland. I feel like this is like reading a small part of Alice in Wonderland. You're like, I have no idea what's happening right now, right?
Yeah, I definitely think this is a comic that you can't read issue by issue and be waiting in between. It's definitely something that you need to pick up when they collect all 6 issues into a graphic novel format.
Yeah, I would definitely like to see this. I would like to read the whole 6-issue story just to see. I mean, it's just that crazy. I'd like to see where it's going and what the story actually is. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, if you like crazy stuff, the artwork is cool. It's definitely different and original enough that it's going to stand out in any collection. So if you are a collector and you want to collect each issue, yeah, I mean, give it a read. It's not a bad comic in any means. It's just, and it's not even that it's confusing. It's just weird. It's very weird.
It seems to me like it's a comic book, but it's not really done in a comic book format.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a comic book that's done in like
a kid's book
format. But I mean, that's not to be negative or anything. It's just like how it just feels like it's more like it's a storybook format, but just done in a comic book.
Like I said, if you wanted the adult adventures of the kid from Where the Wild Things Are At, who drops the F-bomb a lot, this may be the comic book for you. So there you go. Proxima Centauri. It is out next week, June 13th. If you're into something different and you want to give your brain a little bit of a I want to read something trippy and kind of strange, I would say check it out.
And don't let your kids read it.
Yeah, don't let your kids, because they're going to think it's a kid's story, and then they're like, Daddy, what's this F-U-C-K word mean? And you're going to be like, give me that book.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay awesome, everybody.
Read more books.
Lots of comics. All the comics.
All the comics.